Is your destiny written in the stars or carved by your own hands? Why do good people suffer while the wicked flourish? In the heart of ancient Bharat lies a profound answer. The timeless law of karma, your actions shaping your future across lifetimes. This is not blind fate, but cosmic justice unfolding through your choices. Welcome to Project Sanatan, where we decode the ancient wisdom of Bharat, its science, philosophy, and spiritual truths. Today, we dive deep into the theory of karma, as preserved in the Vedas, Upanishads, the Bhagavad Gita, and the Puranas. Karma means action. But in Sanatan Dharma, it's far more than just doing. It's the invisible force that binds every thought, word, and deed to its result today or tomorrow, in this life or another. The Rig Veda sows its seed. The Upanishads water it. The Bhagavad Gita blossoms it into a path of liberation. In the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, it is said, Yatha karma kurute, tatha bhavati. As a man acts, so he becomes. Your actions shape your destiny. The Chandogya Upanishad echoes as, a person becomes good by good acts, bad by bad acts. The Bhagavad Gita, the crown jewel, declares, Karmanye vadhikaraste, ma phaleshu kadachna. You have a right only to your actions, never to their fruits. This is Nishkama Karma, selfless action without craving for results, the highest Karma Yoga. Karma is not punishment, it is balance. It is the universe recording your deeds, not in some heavenly ledger, but in your own soul, your Atman. Sanatan Dharma doesn't say, if you don't believe or serve God, you go to hell, like other religions say. But Sanatan Dharma doesn't say in such way. It says, it's not mandatory to serve God to get heaven or moksha. The greatest puja or devotion that one can perform is not to hurt anyone by mind, words, or body. Living in dharma alone can get you moksha. There are three types of karma. Sanchita, the accumulated karma of countless past lives. Prarabdha, that portion now bearing fruit, your present life's circumstances. Agami, the karma you're creating now for future births. This cycle powers samsara, the endless wheel of birth and death. The Garuda Purana describes how souls reap karma after death. The Manusmriti reminds us, actions of mind, speech, and body all bear fruit. Nothing escapes the eyes of dharma. But karma is not fatalistic slavery, it's ultimate freedom. You are not a victim, you are a creator. By understanding karma, you gain control. Act with awareness, without greed, without harming others. This is dharma. When you align karma with dharma, you plant seeds for peace and higher birth. Yet even good karma binds you to the cycle. So the scriptures show a way out, moksha. How? By realizing your true nature, performing selfless karma, and offering it all to the divine. This is the message of the Gita, the art of karma yoga. In a world craving instant results, the law of karma reminds us, no action is wasted. Every thought echoes. Every choice shapes your tomorrow. Modern science speaks of cause and effect. So the next time you ask, why me? Ask instead, what am I doing now to shape my tomorrow? And remember, the power to rewrite your destiny is in your own hands. The theory of karma is not just philosophy, it's a mirror. Your actions are your future. Choose them well, act with awareness, live with compassion, and you transcend karma itself. What do you think of this karma theory? Do you believe it? Let us know in comment section. Stay connected to Project Sanatan. We will uncover more concepts of karma in our upcoming videos. Let's continue decoding the timeless science of Bharat together.